Okay, you said I should react to this one. Activision Blizzard is a hilariously bad company. Big true, big true.
What's up, everybody? This is the Act Man here, and after questioning every aspect of my life recently,
Press F for that one.
I've decided to come back. Yes! It's time to get back to doing what I love most. Because if there's one thing we can all count on in life, it's that Activision Blizzard will always find a way to make themselves look really.
This is no clickbait. This title is correct. So don't worry about that one.
Good.
Yep.
Why are we still here?
This is a very beloved and well-respected company.
True.
Within the game industry, and it has a long history of ethical business practices and decisions, and almost no history to speak of regarding controversy.
Nothing at all.
Of course, about Activision Blizzard. Yes, that one.
Do you guys not have phones?
Yeah, you guys all have phones.
This is such a classic. This never gets boring. This is always funny, man.
Those of you thinking I'm being sarcastic, well, just take a look at this article. Activision Blizzard clears itself of any wrongdoing. I mean, what more proof do you possibly need? Case closed.
Bro, this is so stupid. Because if you do something like that, the people are not that stupid, man. The people will notice that shit. Like, who doesn't? They need to know. They are not capable of thinking what people are thinking of them with putting out shit like that. Like, for real. They go in with no plan, I guess.
Now let's all pre-order Diablo 4, shall we?
Copy that.
Don't do that. Even though I'm pretty hyped for Diablo 4. Like, pretty hyped. I won't buy it. Till I see the first videos about it. And if I see that this game is gonna be horrendously bad, I'm not gonna buy it at all. I'm just gonna flame it on YouTube and get some views out of it. That's it.
And so because this company can't seem to go 1 month...
Because I completely lost my hope, by the way. Like, I don't trust them.
Without doing something amazing, I felt we should all take the time to point out all the spectacular things AB has done recently.
This shit right here, when I saw this, I nearly threw up. What the fuck? Like, a character shouldn't be based on what culture, ethnicity, sexuality, I don't fucking care what that is. It shouldn't be determined by that shit. It should be a good character. That's it. They are trying to fill all these boxes, to check all these boxes. It's like corporate shit. This is sad.
Recently. But before we do that, I'm proud to announce that this video is sponsored by War Thunder, a vehicular combat multiplayer game. Engage in epic dogfights across PC,
it's actually good.
Xbox Series X, and
like I played it for 1 year and then quit it. But it was a fun time, I guess.
And PlayStation 5.
Pretty smooth flying, fuck.
With the tanks, I can say there's an extremely hard Russian bias. It's like in World of Tanks. It's disgusting. And the end game is also disgusting. There are so many sweats in there. We're gonna flame you if you do something wrong for no reason at all. That's just normal.
No purchase necessary. This bad boy is free to play.
Yeah, it is free to play, but it's pretty grindy. So be prepared. This is insanely hard to grind. Like, you need to take your time. This is not something you play and after a month we are done with the game. Nah. This takes years. This is hardcore.
It's also cross-platform with last-gen consoles. And there's over 2,000 different vehicles with tanks, warships, helicopters, and airplanes. This game has had a whopping 50 million players worldwide. And I'm the best pilot out of all of them. There's more than 100 battlefields based on real historical events. War Thunder offers a robust PvP and PvE experience. I was very surprised by how well the planes control on mouse and keyboard. Typically, you think you need...
Yeah, play both games, like World of Tanks and War Thunder. The thing is, War Thunder feels more exciting to play. Meanwhile, the tank battles only are more fun in World of Tanks, in my opinion. But War Thunder has all the variety, I can't speak, sorry. And yeah, this is why I can't really decide which game is truly better. It doesn't really matter.
Joysticks. The controls here are amazing. Not to mention there's tons of different factions to choose from, so why not hop into a...
But I love the realistic mode here. It's great.
Plane built by the USSR. Dogfights aren't just about shooting down other planes, but ground vehicles and objectives. There's so much to this game, and War Thunder is constantly being updated every few months, introducing new vehicles, maps, and other ways to...
New broken premium. vehicles. Yes.
Play. And you can sign up for free using the link in the description and pinned comment. Doing so will get you some exclusive bonuses, which can include a premium tank, aircraft, or ship,
nice.
And a 3-day account boost. So go do it. Download War Thunder using my special link, and I'll see you on the battlefield, soldier. Thank you, War Thunder, for sponsoring this video.
Yeah, go support him. You've heard all the flaws and the good, the positive things about it, so I think you're prepared. Give it a go and use
Activision Blizzard clears itself of any wrongdoing. The Call of Duty publisher says it's the victim of an unrelenting barrage of media criticism. They're the victims in all of this, you guys. But on the real, I feel like the Blizzard half of this company continues to prove how far one can
800% value pack for 99 cents, boys.
Fall. At this point, it's like your best buddy is hooked on crack and you've been denying it for years, but you have to face reality. Your best friend is a crack addict, and nothing you do will change that. They're never going to kick the habit. Such is my relationship with Blizzard. I love the title of this article. It is ripe for the memes. After conducting a thorough investigation, O.J. Simpson has cleared himself of any wrongdoing. I can only hope this company is getting all their shitty behavior out before they get acquired by Microsoft. So this article is about that, you know, that big sexual harassment lawsuit.
What?
Wait, can I still say sexual?
It's the pen. We don't do this here on YouTube. Big man, I'm disappointed in you.
You know that lawsuit that alleged female employees were being harassed because they were females? There we go. That they were being discriminated against, paid less, being passed up for promotions because they might get preggers, and all manner of horrible things. Remember that lawsuit? Well, luckily, after a thorough investigation, Activision Blizzard has decided that you're totally crazy, dude. You're not being gaslit. And there never was any systemic issue with harassment, discrimination, or retaliation at AB. Well, thank goodness for that. Now we can all rest easy. This investigation was conducted by a Activision Blizzard board of directors, and I'm sure this group held no bias whatsoever towards the company they were representing, or
not at all.
Subtly encouraged to portray it in a positive light. But the article continues. There is no evidence to suggest that AB senior executives ever intentionally ignored or attempted to downplay the instances of gender harassment that occurred and were reported. Basically, leadership wasn't aware, and therefore you can't hold them accountable. I mean, fair enough, I wasn't there, I didn't lead this investigation.
You can still try to fix it, you fucking bastards, man.
I have no idea what the truth is, aside from the company settling this lawsuit for $18 million. God damn. Well, good for those employees that won the big bucks. And good for Activision Blizzard, because they've since made back all of that money with the release of Diablo Immortal, a perfectly ethical video game. So no biggie. I'm gonna go buy some legendary gems now. Here in America,
500k, like $500,000 to fully upgrade anything. I think we watched that video already. That was disgusting, man. I'm so disappointed. It's insane.
We stand by the belief that if you have problems, you should be able to throw money at it and watch it all disappear. That is a true American belief. Whatever the case is, I think we can all agree that something happened at the company for this lawsuit to be settled for $18 million. This is just paying for silence, you know? I mean, the fact that there were allegations of employees stealing breast milk is...
What?
What the... I can't forget that one. Bullshit.
Breast milk. I have several questions. Number one, who's bringing breast milk to work and to Activision Blizzard? And number two, who at Activision Blizzard is stealing breast milk? Apparently they have like some internal nursery or something, which I get, you know. Activision Blizzard devs demand breastfeeding protections and other reforms. They're advocating for the safety of their breast milk. I think it's safe to say we live in a society.
True.
But apparently a group of employees at AB have banded together with a list of demands, and one of those is to have witnesses at HR meetings. That sentence just makes me feel dirty, dude. Like what the fuck happened in these meetings
what
for
the
workers
hell?
to demand witnesses?
What the hell?
You are in direct violation of Penal Code 113, Section 9. You now have 5 seconds to comply. 4.
They say they want
be
all
like that.
HR meetings documented. But don't worry, says Blizzard spokesperson Jessica Taylor. We have, for example, already upgraded our lactation facilities. And I just learned that Activision Blizzard
Okay.
has lactation facilities.
Yes.
Jesus, they have a whole list of breastfeeding related demands. I mean, you go girl and all that. I just find this whole concept extremely bizarre. But then again, I also
That's
have
weird.
a penis. Maybe I'm not supposed to understand. Maybe I'm supposed to support. Apparently, the internet also turned private detective trying to uncover who the identity of this mysterious Robin Hood of breast milk was, and they might have narrowed it down. Now, I can't find a high-quality shot of this 4chan post,
Oh my god, this seems like quality, man.
but according to this Kotaku article, apparently some guy said he worked at a large tech company, that he often raided the lactation room. He would then pour some of the milk into a water bottle, drinking it before a workout for maximum gains.
Ew! Get out of here, man!
Back in November, thousands of employees had also staged a walkout in protest of Bobby Kotick and asking him to resign. I mean, that's just crazy. So good for them for sticking up for workers' rights, and I hope they win, and I hope Activision Blizzard treats its employees better.
Hopefully.
So now that I can't do ad breaks, here's the part where I promote my Patreon. Please consider donating. I can't promise a whole bunch of rewards, but I do make exclusive posts there informing people about upcoming videos and plans. So
Nice.
moving on, back in May, AB
Like, go support him, like, he got completely fucked over by the YouTube system. It's sad. And this is one of the few YouTubers I can truly say that it's worth to put your money into it. Like, for real.
announced this King's Diversity tool, which drew a lot of criticism, and for good reason. They, quickly rewrote this article, but thankfully the Wayback Machine exists. But I feel it's important to note that the people who designed this system disavowed this article and the way AB was trying to use it. So let's take a look at the original article and then compare it to the new one. So what is this diversity tool? Well, it's a way for Activision Blizzard to assign number values to a character based on their physical disabilities,
Yeah.
gender, race, ethnicity, skin color, sexual orientation, you name it, and assign a number value to
It's disgusting. When I saw this, that was the point when I completely lost hope. Like, what the hell is this shit? It is all about the numbers. This is why the new characters, or shit they put out, it doesn't feel like real, made by a person. It feels like it was made by an entire company, made by fucking robots. Like, this is how it feels.
that,
Just
grading
awesome.
its diversity. With this innovative new system, the character design process now has a dystopian, tangible way of avoiding tokenism, stereotypes, and exclusion.
What the
I love
fuck?
how they bring up tokenism while admitting how much value they place on characters
This is tokenism.
simply for their diversity rating, as I'll call it. Like, isn't that what tokenism is?
Yes.
Including characters not because of the value they add as a fictional person, but rather the checkbox that they mark off. I find something just inherently distasteful about that philosophy. These mother truckers also grade characters based on, disabilities. God, this is so fucking weird, man. I'm creeped out. I feel like spiders are crawling up my legs right now. It's like, even when Activision Blizzard is trying to do something good, they end up doing something terrible instead. Yeah, you can say this is from a good place, we want to see ourselves represented in games, don't we all? The question that does remain is this: how do we convert
No, it's all about checking those boxes, as he said earlier. They don't really care about anyone. It is just to check the boxes. It is the truth.
this feedback from a collective desire into a tangible reality? It's like, maybe you can't. The diversity space tool is a measurement device to help identify how diverse a set of character traits are, and in turn how diverse that character and casts are when compared to the norm. Implying there is some kind of diversity standard or lack thereof. Like what is the norm for diversity? Like you can quantify how diverse a group of people are, but you can't attach a number value to an individual. Like, that's so weird. Maybe this tool can be used for something good, but the way Blizzard represented it feels...
Yeah, let's say it like this. This is why I don't like Western companies in general. Like, they truly focus on that there is diversity and not that it's just a good character, which is also a diverse character. But they didn't look at that character and wanted that character to be diverse. They wanted just to have a good character. You know what I mean? Like, it's about creating a good character first, and then maybe add some shit up to it. Like, and not checking all these boxes. I say too much about it.
Dystopian. Like, imagine if the government got a hold of this. You also can't really trust Activision Blizzard to mean what they say when they say diversity is important to them. Like, this company is mathematically engineering its video game characters to appeal to the broadest demographic possible, which isn't inherently a bad thing. It's just, we're talking about Activision Blizzard.
After all, man.
You don't want to do that. You think you do. But
you don't.
So you bet your sweet buns that...
Like, was it about LFG looking for a group in Burning Crusade? Was it implemented in it? Yeah.
Diversity and money are two inextricable terms to them. Alana Cole says the tool was tested by the dev teams working on Call of Duty Vanguard. We used the diversity tool to figure out what more diversity looks like across all our characters in both campaign, multiplayer, and live seasons. See, I knew I was onto something when I was talking about how boring and uninspired the Vanguard cast of characters were. Like it feeds into that idea that these games are being mathematically engineered, scientifically engineered to be as diverse as possible. Not because it makes the games better, but because they want to appeal to everyone. I feel like when I can tell that you're trying to be diverse and it doesn't feel natural, then it feels like there's an ulterior motive there, and it turns me off. Overwatch is actually pretty good about its diversity and variety of characters because the basis of the story is the best operators from all over the world coming together, and it's a hero shooter.
Yeah,
it makes
and that one perfectly works, like, yeah.
sense. The diversity in Overwatch is cool. The Overwatch 2 team at Blizzard also had a chance to experiment with the tool with equally enthusiastic first impressions. Now let's look at the updated article. I'm surprised they didn't start with, "It seems this blog post struck a nerve." There has been conversation online regarding this tool, particularly concerning its intent and our commitment to diversity. We've edited this blog post to clarify that this prototype is not being used in active game development.
So that was a fucking lie.
It's not being used in active game development, folks.
What?
It's only being used in COD Vanguard and Overwatch 2. How could you walk back this straight up lie, you know? The objective of using the tool is to uncover unconscious bias by identifying existing norms and representation and acknowledging growth opportunities for inclusion. I'm gonna keep it real with you, Activision Blizzard. This isn't gonna make people forget about that massive sexual harassment lawsuit. The tool identifies what stereotypical characters in different genres look like, which are not always the most conducive or representative of diversity. Yeah, but sometimes stereotypes are fun in video games. Just look at the cast of the Call of Duty Zombies crew.
It was so great, man. That was so great. Like, this was the best cast.
Exaggerated stereotypes, when applied equally, allow us to all laugh at ourselves. I don't know.
I love the German dude, like, he was pretty crazy, and the Japanese official, man, bro, that was, he was so insane. That was great. That was great.
Article just feels like such a robotic, sterile, cold, and corporate way of looking at character creation in video games. Like, why do you need some kind of diversity calculator in order to make good, unique characters?
Yeah.
I just feel like that's normal storytelling. That's art.
Yeah, the Overwatch characters are well designed and good, and the diverse stuff, yeah, I don't really fucking care about that one. But since they showed the system and how they use it, even with newer characters like Jungle Queen, Sojourn, like, I don't find them very appealing or original or well designed. Should I explain that? because there was this fucking diversity plan with checking the boxes in mind, and this tokenism shit, I fucking hate this shit. Like, why? They're good characters though.
From a passion to deliver an experience or a feeling to people. Moreover, why do you need to brag about this tool and write up a blog post if your motives aren't to get brownie points? Especially alarming is how you removed all reference of it being used in active game development. Like, come on, we know you're using this in Overwatch 2. Speaking of Overwatch 2, Overwatch 2 will be a free-to-play live service
with Battle Pass.
God damn it.
Oh no.
I paid $60 for Overwatch 2.
I feel like the term live service has just been completely soured over the years. Like, I'm sure Blizzard can handle it.
Anthem, a classic.
But you know, with how they've created Diablo Immortal, everyone has to start asking some serious questions about what kind of ethical problems Overwatch 2 is going to have, because you know it's going to have some of those. And while this game is marketed as a sequel, it's more like a blob that's going to absorb the current
It's Overwatch 1.1, and with good updates, they are good. But these updates are not worth 2 years of waiting. I felt disgusted, man. Wow. Hanzo has now an animation on his arm when he ults with his fucking dragon. Now we have new sound effects and shit like that. Who the fuck cares? It's good. But it's not good because it took 2 years. So why should I give a shit? And now we want you to pay $40 for the Overwatch 2 beta. Like right now. My friend bought it. I said, are you fucking retarded? And you are falling right into the Blizzard's trap. Like, you are supporting them. Supporting that BS.
Overwatch and change it into something you may like or may not. Apparently the format is switching from 6v6 to 5v5, which I feel like poses a lot of problems. With only one tank on each team, it's like, I'm sure it'll be fun, but I stopped playing Overwatch because the game felt more and more restrictive with later updates and changes. Roll queue takes so much fun out of the game.
Fucking shit, this takes ages. You can never queue up as damage because you won't find a game. I always queue up as support. Because this is the only way I find a fucking game. And the thing is, there are so many damage characters, and this is why many people play damage characters. Imagine they would be more like support characters or tank characters or a mixture of that shit. Imagine that. When more people would play support or tank and not fucking damage all the time. Like if 99% of your classes are damage characters, then don't wonder if the queue takes like 17 to 20 minutes. That's how I long waited. It was a fucking bronze game. I was bronze, silver, gold, man. This shit. This is garbage. And there's also not only this. They made multiple queues, like there's tank damage or the roll queue, and there's also the 6v6 free, where you could just take every class. Like when you divided it into 2 more queues, like this is shit. It's not good. It just takes a longer time, and people hate it, I guess.
You know, part of the appeal of Overwatch.
I don't know anyone who likes that system.
That you could change characters at any point, and now you can't. Now you have to be a specific class of character and stick to that. Like, imagine if they did this to League of Legends. Goddamn, people would be pissed. The free-to-play nature is likely there to lower your expectations for what a sequel should be. And if you like the current version of Overwatch...
2 years. 2 fucking years of this shit.
Well, too bad. It's gonna be replaced entirely.
Like everything you see, which is great about this game, after 2 seconds, I immediately think, damn, this took 2 years. Are you kidding me?
Whether you like that or not. Some of the other highly advertised features include maps, but the time of day is different.
Oh.
You mean the bright map is now dark and the dark map is now bright?
They kind of fucked that one up a little bit. Like, if you look at, funny pause by the way. If you look at some of these maps, for example, I forgot the name, King's Row, was it that? The map is typically dark, but when it got like daytime, evening, I don't know, and it felt off, it felt weird, like they didn't get it right. It was weird, man.
What? I don't know if this is just me, but I'd be much more excited for Overwatch 2. Number one, if AB wasn't such a terrible company, but also if it was marketed as like a full-priced sequel. Just sell me the game, you know? Overwatch is still fun. However, with Blizzard's track record, I wouldn't be surprised if the...
And we completely killed the esports scene. Of Heroes of Storm and Overwatch. Fuck off.
Breast milk was stolen with this one too. Luckily, they've been focusing on the important things, like changing McCree's name to Cole Cassidy.
Yeah.
I'm still calling him McCree.
Yeah,
moving on.
Because it's fucking McCree. Like, imagine if the name is the same one as someone else's who is like, I don't know, a murderer in real life. Is that bad now? Imagine there's a character in a game called Just Jeffrey. But there's also Jeffrey in the real world who like R-worded many women, killed a bunch of little persons, and did all the bad stuff, gell? You know what I mean? Imagine that. Now should Overwatch now change that Jeffrey's name of that random character in Overwatch? Because that has nothing to do with a real character, with a real person. Like, this is insanity. There's probably a Marvin out there, like it was my real name, Marvin, and he's like insane. He fucks up lives, does all the bad shit. And am I now a bad person as well because I share the same name? Bro, there's also a bad person, a good person who has the name of an older German leader back in World War II. You all know his name. I can't say it on YouTube, I think, because I don't want to get bad viewer retention, shit like that. Yeah, I don't fucking care. Like, he actually does great stuff, but he shares the same name, and we didn't. Bro, it's a dude from Africa. Is he now a bad person because he shares the same name? No, this doesn't make any sense. So
to Diablo Immortal. I always feel like Blizzard intentionally packages terrible news or terrible games with things they know people are going to be excited about. I can't tell if they were trying to be crafty or stupid with showing Diablo 4 gameplay just 10 days after Immortal came out. Diablo Immortal, if you don't know, is one of the most insidious examples of video game monetization in history. Blizzard has gone so far down the path of greed, they've actually outdone themselves, with Immortal having beaten the previous record for lowest Metacritic user score.
There's a saying that humans can be nicer than angels, but they can also be worse than devils, and this is a fucking proof.
A record previously held by Blizzard with Warcraft 3 Reforged. Now, for shits and giggles, let's see how much money we would have to spend based on the odds to get a 5-star gem, the best kind of item. This app calculates how much it could potentially cost you to get a 5-star legendary gem. In fact, one streamer had spent over $10,000 without getting one.
Nice. This is content, man. Holy shit. Bro, just play Diablo 3. Just play Diablo 3. Touch this shit. Hey.
Well, would you look at that? Only 6,925 buckaroos.
69.
And you only have to complete 2,770 dungeons. What a steal. Now, we all know mobile games have a tendency to be monetized in ways that are questionable, but the extent of Immortal and the fact that it comes from Blizzard, it just pushes the boundaries of video game monetization in ways yet unseen by man.
This stops everything, but I feel disgusted, man. Like, I play gacha games. I play fucking gacha games, and some of them are pretty horrendous, but this one tops it all. It's insane.
Truly, some demonic forces have taken over at Blizzard, but it's much more likely that they've been there the whole time. It's very insidious how the store is specifically set up to encourage players to buy the $25 bundle of gems.
Bro, I love how this looks like every generic pay-to-win shop. I love it.
By making
wait a second. Go back. It kind of reminded me of a game called Drakensang Online, if you know that one. It was a pretty garbage as free-to-play game you could play in the browser, but I played it on my shitty PC back in the day, and it was fun. But it also had those balls of premium currency. I can't remember that shit. I can still remember that one.
Bundle of gems by making the other bundles just shy of the amount of orbs you need to buy legendary gems. Just like how Blizzard is mathematically engineering diversity, so too has Diablo Immortal been.
It is all corporate BS. I say it all the time.
Mathematically perfected to be the most profitable video game possible. Red Shirt Guy tried to warn us.
Hey, just was wondering, is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke?
No. He tried to stop Diablo Immortal from releasing, from infecting the phones of innocent people, and we didn't listen. We didn't listen.
No. Do you guys not have phones? Yeah, you guys all have phones.
Yeah, Blizzard also tried to warn us. Quickly, burn your phone, everyone, so you don't install Diablo Immortal. Take that! Just when you thought loot boxes were done for and on the path to obscurity, just when you thought the industry, consumers, and fucking lawmakers all agreed that loot boxes were gambling and terrible, well, Blizzard has successfully found a way to reintroduce loot boxes while trying to sidestep gambling laws. Yeah, luckily it didn't fool the people of Belgium or other countries where this practice is prohibited now.
It was like Benelux states. Pretty good one. +1 from me, huh?
I can't say I'm surprised by this level of dedication to reintroduce loot boxes. Blizzard does not have to disclose the odds of these legendary gems and whatnot because technically there's some in-game skill required to get to the loot box and therefore isn't gambling. All of this stuff is described in perfect detail in the video The Immoral Design of Diablo Immortal by Josh Strife Hayes, and I highly recommend watching that. Diablo Immortal sets a new low for gaming, but also Blizzard. At least with loot boxes in Overwatch, like the cute and fun characters gave some kind of justification for purchase, but the stuff you buy in Diablo Immortal is to progress the actual game. Bruh, like I said, it seems AB always has some new game to announce right around the time a bunch of people are really pissed off at them. Sir, more allegations of sexual harassment in the workplace have surfaced. Oh, no problem. How's that trailer for Overwatch 2 coming? Doesn't this new video game make you...
Like, they don't even try to support them or these people got harassed. They just try to completely deny that shit. And that's a disgusting thing. They're not trying to fix the problem. They're trying to deny that shit. That's again.
Forget about all the stolen breast milk at our company? Torbjorn says no to sexual harassment. I don't know, man. Big companies like this tend to show you who they really are with their actions and not their meaningless words. As funny as it is that stuff like stolen breast milk can be a punchline for my many, many jokes, the truth is that some pretty terrible things happened at Blizzard, most likely. But humor is how I always deal with tragedy. In any case, it's hard to be excited for any upcoming Blizzard games given their horrible track record. Truth is,
I love seeing this shit. Like, you see the user score and the Metascore about average reviews based on critics, like game critics. Those game critics can fuck them. I hate them. Like, not the YouTuber ones who actually, like, for example, the best game critic on YouTube out there is Ranton. Because he doesn't take review copies. Everyone who takes review copies has some kind of bias, like, because we got the game for free, we got it earlier, and this way they are going to be a bit more positive about that one company who gave them that game. And they only give out those games to people who are going to make good reviews about that. Like, those game critics, I hate them with a passion. It's insane how you all get fooled by them. Go watch Ranton's video about that. I can't remember what the name was, but you will probably find it. Like, it was about game critics. Ranton, just write that in the YouTube search and you find it immediately. This is why it's always BS, like Metascore. Doesn't make any sense. It's all about the user score.
If they were to announce Warcraft 4, I'd probably be like, great, can't wait to see how they ruin that one too. That's where my mind is at with Blizzard games. The only new stuff I'm interested from them is re-releasing old games, like Wrath of the Lich King.
Yes!
But who knows, maybe
I'm so hyped for that one, like Wrath of the Lich King, that was my favorite. And I'm not gonna play it for on the official server, so I'm on a private server, but don't tell anyone, okay? Warmain, join us.
Activision Blizzard will get acquired by Microsoft, and this will all be some horrible dream that we look back on and laugh. So thank you all for watching the misadventures of Activision Blizzard. They are a hilariously bad company. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like it and subscribe. Don't forget to check out War Thunder in the description below. Make sure you click the link in the description and download it today to get those exclusive rewards.
It is great, but pretty grindy, remember that one.
And a big thank you to all my new patrons. Alright everyone, that's all I got for today. This is the Act Man signing out. Peace!
See ya, man. This was actually it. The Act Man. Wow, this was a great video. I had a lot of fun. There was so much we could talk about. We did talk about here. I'm gonna leave a like. Go subscribe to the Act Man. And is instant there got the Asmongold reaction to the Halo show. Oh, cancel. Okay, that was it. Thank you for your patience and that you actually watched the entire thing till right now. I really appreciate that shit. And this is the time where I say go subscribe to my channel, leave a like and a comment if you really enjoyed that shit. Like, I would really appreciate it. And I'll always just say it at the end of a video, because this is the moment where you can truly decide if I did an okay, nice, good or bad reaction. And if you endured all this shit, then thank you, man. I really appreciate it. And I guess, yeah, go evaluate your opinion about Blizzard Activision again. And I guess I'll see you next time. See ya. Wafer out.